This next drill is he's on the block. So if you have a block, you can use it. And the focus is your palms. So we talk about if he's going to go from here to there really fast, he's got to go in a straight line as best as he can. We've talked about that all day. So obviously after you have that soft entry, all right, a couple of things to think about on that catch is we call it elevations, all right, and that is at one point, you know, you saw it on the surf kick earlier, shoulder higher than elbow, elbow higher than wrist, wrist higher than fingertips. That's what we call elevations. Creates that leverage. It creates the power part of the pull, but you start it in the catch position. But the big thing from that is that as you move forward, your palms are always pressing back. And sometimes just to get their mind thinking that way so they're not adding that extra lift down and exploding up when they want to be pressing forward is this block drill. So Barrett's going to do a couple of press outs, but he's going to focus on where his hands are. So his hands are flat as if he's moving from point A to point B. He's on that line, and he's just going to press himself up. He'll have a little bit of undulation. Go ahead. Up, and it's basically a fly movement in the water or outside the water. And again, it's a setup drill. So it's while he gets engaged. Notice his line when he comes up. He's got that wave up as it starts from his chest, but his palms, they can't go any other way because he's pressing on the block, so they're always back and going the direction. So he's going in the direction he wants to go. That's the beauty of the drill is you can't move your palms because they're stuck on the block. So it gives him yet another way to think about where am I going to be my strongest? And when your palms are backwards, you can really fly. Notice as he gets his hands on the block, obviously it's high enough. If you look at his angle in the water, his shoulder's higher than his elbow is higher than his wrist, and his wrist is higher than his fingertips because the water line is this way. So he has the elevation here, he has the leverage point here. Obviously the goal is to have those palms pushing the water, actually moving your body past that point and grabbing on here, pressing down. Do it like a couple. Obviously you want to do that in shallower water. It gets really difficult when you do that in deep water, but at the same time, you can do it on the side of a pool. You know, start in the water and press up outside the side of the pool. It doesn't have to be on a block. Next drill is another setup drill, and this is a drill you can do to start a set, or if you're doing repeats of 25s or 50s and they have to get out of the water. But it's the same concept, engaging their mind, okay? Engaging, here his body is flat, obviously because he's on land. So there's no undulation, his hips aren't high, everything's flat. Here's the water line, and obviously his elevation higher to lower to lower to lower. He's going to do the same thing as he did on the block, but he's going to press those palms backwards, slide his body in on a straight line. This is the alligator drill. Notice when he presses, he's pressing against this wall, so his palms are focused on being back all the way. And if he presses hard enough, at the end, he'll be finishing his stroke. So we'll go one more of this alligator drill. And again, this is focusing on the positioning of your hands in the catch. And as you start the power part of your stroke, obviously if you wanted to, you could add resistance to this to figure out where you need to put your hands as far as your angles. But it's a really good drill on focusing on your palms being backwards the entire way and finishing that stroke out at the end. Go ahead.